Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Zermatt, Switzerland. This place was my favorite place in the whole trip we went on in Europe. In this video, I'll show you guys places to see, things to do, and also our favorite places when we had dinner, lunch, places like that. So stay tuned. Zermatt is officially now my favorite holiday place, especially if you love skiing and snowboarding. But how to get there is another question. So I'll quickly run that through with you now and show you kind of the train and places how to get there from Zurich. So we caught a train from Zurich. It takes about 3 hours and 15 minutes, and you have to do a swap over as well on the way to a different platform. So just double check your tickets because we only had 2 minutes to get to the next train. So we were in a rush. And also the price is not that bad. We paid about 100 Australian dollars, so about 63 euros, should I say, and also American dollars as well. Be sure to sit at the window as well because it is honestly beautiful and breathtaking, so don't miss out. We also stayed at Hotel Ambassador. It was only like a 2-minute walk away from the train station, so perfect if you do want to jump straight off the train and get to the hotel. Also, it costs about 500 Australian dollars a night, so about 300 euro. So that's the cost that we paid. I would give Hotel Ambassador a 10 out of 10. Great service and great value for money and a great location as well. We also booked 3 days of the ski pass and lift passes. So it cost about $100 as well for that. So about 60 euro again for the loading passes. Just be aware that the slopes are not the easiest. So definitely be prepared compared to, you know, different countries like Australia, New Zealand, and Japan even. These slopes are a little bit more difficult as well. So just be prepared for that if you're a bit of a rookie. On the way down the slope, there's Rothorn Ristorante Pizzeria. It's lovely. We had some pasta and we also got a tomato soup as well to share and a glass of wine, etc. And it was lovely, great place to eat, and they do some freshly cooked chicken. Now it is a little bit more pricey than you'd be used to, so we did about a times 1.5 compared to Australia for what you'd probably pay for a normal meal. On the way down as well, we stopped at Restaurant Reed just to get a drink and things like that, and it was lovely, great service. I'd highly recommend them if you do want to get a meal or a home cooked meal as well. Definitely always take pictures and also just take in the sights. It is just amazing. We did travel at the start of January about, and it was snowing so much, so I'd highly recommend this time of the year as well to go. The next place we had dinner at was Say Cheese. It was a little bit pricey. We paid about 50 franc for 2 people for a cheese fondue. Now it is not the cheapest, but we also did find a little piece of plastic in the food as well. But apart from that, everything else was good. It was just that piece of plastic in the soup. If you do also want to save a bit of money, there are a couple of supermarkets in town, so it's much cheaper to buy your own food. This is also the view from our room. As you can see, it's just lovely. You also get a view of the Matterhorn from where we were, and that's just for over $500, and it's for 2 rooms as well and 4 beds. So if you are sharing a room, you can definitely afford it. Works out to be just over $100 per person as well. And also in the middle of the town, there's actually an ice rink, so you can actually rent it out and you can actually play on the ice rink. So it's really cool if you do want to experience that as well. There is also a bakery, Fuchs. There's a couple of them around. It is lovely, lovely food, but do not add a salad if you do sit down and have a meal because, I mean, it works out about 8 franc 50 just for a little side salad, so don't get it. And when you walk around town, just have a look. You'll see great views everywhere. They have a lovely old church as well. It's quite big for where we are. And here it is. While exploring, definitely check out the old town. These buildings, I mean, have been standing for over hundreds of years. So definitely have a look at how the old Swiss locals used to live. And yeah, it's just amazing to see these buildings still holding up. It's very sad to see that there's actually stickers and things like that in this area as well. And there's even a little bit of graffiti, which is sad to see. Hopefully they can clean it up as well. Next, we ate at Marie's Deli. It was amazing. The service was just wonderful. I would definitely go back there again. Do be prepared as well that they do pre-prepare some of the meals. I mean, it is a deli, so just ask them which ones aren't pre-prepared, as it's also not the cheapest as well, but a great place to eat. So obviously, main thing for me I can say about Zermatt is definitely just walk the streets day and night. It's just such a lovely experience. There's little taxis around too if you can't actually walk, but definitely explore the city while you can and make the most of it. Especially if you're not skiing or if you're injured or anything like that, you can still do things in Zermatt. So the next thing we did is we took the actual ski lift all the way to the top where the ice glacier is. So the ice glacier is separate tickets. You'll pay about 100 francs, about 160 Australian dollar. But we took it all the way up to the top. There's a restaurant up there as well, which is not very expensive. So you can actually have a lunch up there like we did and had a beer. And it's just amazing, the views. You can just see everything up there. So you can see the Matterhorn, which is on the back of obviously Toblerone chocolates, that mountain on there. This is what you'll see. I didn't get the best video of it, but pretty much imagine that view there all the way around. And you can also see the main mountain, the Matterhorn as well. So it's definitely worth going up the top if you got a pass. Definitely put extra layers on for this trip, as even in the gondolas, it gets absolutely freezing, so especially your toes. So I'd highly suggest put on extra thick socks, extra layers for this trip as well. And it takes about an hour, so just be prepared to add that into your day. But it's just amazing the views you see from the gondolas. Now when you do get to the top, you can actually walk out onto a platform, as you can see here, to have a look around the platform. It is so cold up there, so definitely cover your face, everything, because people warned us that you can actually get frostbite from just being up there for a couple of minutes. Definitely wander the streets. While you do wander the streets, there's so many places to eat, like Laderac, there's chocolate, Swiss chocolate. It is so nice. You ask them to break it up, they make it fresh, and it is just amazing, but yet again, very pricey. While walking around as well, you can find little cafes like this one here, and you can actually just have the best view while having a coffee or a tea. With the hotel we stayed at, Ambassador, we got a free drink each as well. So we went down, got a free drink real quick before going for our last place for dinner at the Swiss Chalet, which is just an amazing Swiss restaurant, which even the inside decor is just amazing. So I highly recommend, but yet again, you're paying about between 30 to 50 franc for a main meal at every single restaurant you go to. So Zermatt to me was my favorite on the whole trip, even though you might not think there's a lot to do, but it is just so relaxing and beautiful. And I'll definitely go back next time I want to go on a snowboarding or skiing trip. And even if you don't snowboard or ski, definitely go there as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe or please give it a like. Thank you very much.